There are moments in history when a technology arrives that does not merely improve the way human beings do things, but fundamentally rewrites what it means to do them at all. The printing press, the steam engine, electricity, the internet. Every few centuries, something comes along that does not just change an industry or a profession, but reshapes the entire architecture of human civilization. We are living through one of those moments right now in 2026, and the technology at the center of it is artificial intelligence. What began as a research curiosity confined to university laboratories and the pages of science fiction has, in the space of just a few years, exploded into the most consequential and fastest growing technological force the modern world has ever seen, touching every industry, every profession, every classroom, every boardroom, and every kitchen table on Earth. The story of how we got here, what the landscape looks like right now, and what it all means for the future of human work is one that cannot be told through a single product or a single company. It must be told through the entire arc. From the moment a chatbot called ChatGPT was released into the world to the extraordinary technological arms race that is reshaping civilization in real time. On November 30th, 2022, OpenAI, an artificial intelligence research company that had been founded in San Francisco in 2015 by a group that included Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and others, released a product to the public called ChatGPT. It was built on a large language model called GPT 3.5, and it could hold a conversation, answer questions, write essays, generate code, and assist with an almost unlimited range of tasks in plain, natural language. The world had seen AI assistants before: Apple's Siri, Amazon's Alexa, Google's Assistant, but nothing that performed like this. Within 2 months of its launch, ChatGPT had accumulated 100 million users, making it the fastest growing consumer application in the history of the internet, a record that had previously been held by Instagram and TikTok with far slower growth trajectories. The reason was simple: it worked. Not perfectly, not without errors, but well enough that millions of people immediately recognized that something genuinely new had arrived. Teachers, lawyers, doctors, programmers, writers, students, and executives all found themselves using it, and the question that immediately followed was not, "Is this useful?" but "What does this mean for everything we thought we knew about work, skill, and human value?" That question has only grown louder in the 3 years since, because the pace of development has been staggering. In 2025, OpenAI made the transition from the GPT-4 family of models to GPT-5, a landmark release that the company's CEO Sam Altman described as introducing a fundamentally new way of interacting with AI, characterized by dramatically enhanced reasoning capabilities, better factual accuracy, and an entirely new class of features that moved ChatGPT from being a conversational assistant to being something closer to an autonomous agent. By February 2026, ChatGPT had reached 900 million weekly active users, according to TechCrunch, with monthly website visits hitting 5.72 billion in January 2026 alone, a figure that places it among the most visited properties on the entire internet. OpenAI has stated its ambition to reach 1 billion users in 2026. Then on March 5, 2026, OpenAI released GPT 5.4, the most powerful version of its flagship model yet. GPT 5.4 combines reasoning, coding, and agentic workflows into a single model and introduces capabilities that would have seemed extraordinary even a year ago, including native computer use, where the model can directly control a browser or desktop application on behalf of the user without any human hand-holding, an upfront thinking plan feature that shows users how the model intends to approach a complex task before it begins, allowing the user to redirect it if needed. A context window of 1 million tokens via the API, meaning it can read and analyze documents of book length in a single session, and 33% fewer factual errors compared to its immediate predecessor. GPT 5.4 also integrates what OpenAI calls connectors, direct links between ChatGPT and external tools including Google Drive, Gmail, Notion, Slack, GitHub, and financial data platforms, allowing the model to reach into a user's real digital world and act within it rather than simply responding to prompts. The deep research feature enables ChatGPT to conduct structured, multi-source research reports with a thoroughness that rivals junior analysts. ChatGPT currently commands 60% of the AI search market and processes 5.7 billion visits per month, numbers that reflect a dominance in the generative AI space that no single product has previously achieved in any technology category. But OpenAI does not occupy this space alone, and the company that poses its most significant challenge on the global stage is Google, through its AI product called Gemini. Google's relationship with artificial intelligence is older and deeper than that of almost any other company on Earth. It hired Geoffrey Hinton, one of the founding fathers of modern neural networks, and built its entire search and advertising empire on machine learning long before the term generative AI entered popular vocabulary. When ChatGPT arrived and briefly threatened to upend Google's dominance of internet search, Google responded with urgency and enormous resources. Its Gemini AI model has evolved rapidly through successive generations, and as of early 2026, Google has released Gemini 3, described by CEO Sundar Pichai as the most intelligent model the company has ever built, providing responses with what the company claims is an unprecedented level of depth and nuance. Gemini 3.1 Pro, released on February 19, 2026, scores 77.1% on the ARC Challenge Reasoning Benchmark, one of the most demanding tests of genuine machine reasoning ability. Google's Gemini API now processes over 10 billion tokens per minute from external developers and businesses alone. The Gemini app itself surpassed 750 million monthly active users in the fourth quarter of 2025, up from 650 million just the quarter before, representing one of the fastest growth curves in the history of consumer technology. That growth fueled Alphabet surpassing $400 billion in annual revenue for the first time in its history, driven substantially by the expansion of its AI division. Google has also launched a Google AI Plus subscription plan at $7.99 per month, a deliberately affordable price point designed to accelerate adoption, and develop the Ironwood TPU, a next-generation AI accelerator chip built specifically to compete with NVIDIA's dominance of the AI hardware market. Gemini 2.5 Pro, the version integrated into Google's professional products, currently leads benchmarks in coding, science, reasoning, and multimodal tasks, the ability to understand and generate text, images, audio, and video together. The competitive landscape of 2026 extends well beyond just these two giants. Anthropic, the AI safety company founded in 2021 by Dario Amodei and others who had previously worked at OpenAI, produces the Claude family of models, with Claude Opus 4.6 currently leading the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, an independent benchmark of AI model performance, with a score of 53, placing it ahead of competing models in specific reasoning and analytical tasks. In November 2025, NVIDIA and Microsoft jointly committed $15 billion of investment into Anthropic to help scale Claude's capabilities, a sign of how seriously the world's largest technology companies are treating the competition across all AI fronts. Then there is DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup whose January 2025 release of the DeepSeek R1 model sent a shockwave through the global AI industry. DeepSeek had apparently matched the performance of GPT-4 at a tiny fraction of the development cost, demonstrating that world-class AI capability was no longer the exclusive domain of companies willing to spend tens of billions of dollars on compute infrastructure. The announcement caused NVIDIA's stock to fall by approximately $600 billion in a single trading day, one of the largest single-day market capitalizations losses in stock market history, as investors recalibrated their assumptions about how much money was needed to train competitive AI models. DeepSeek has since released V4 in early 2026, focused specifically on coding capabilities. Meta's AI, meanwhile, has crossed 1 billion monthly active users, making it the most widely used AI product by raw user numbers anywhere in the world, embedded as it is into WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, platforms that billions of people already use daily. Elon Musk's xAI company has released successive versions of its Grok chatbot, available through the X platform. The AI market, valued at approximately $260 billion in 2025, is projected to grow explosively, with U.S. AI market size alone forecast to approach $1 trillion by 2035, and AI companies collectively expected to invest more than $500 billion in 2026 alone, according to Goldman Sachs. All of this technological acceleration is producing consequences for the world of human work that are profound, uncomfortable, and impossible to ignore. The statistics are stark. According to research compiled in 2026, approximately 92 million jobs could be replaced globally by 2030 as a result of AI and related automation, and 47% of American workers are assessed to be at risk of automation over the coming decade. In the first half of 2025 alone, close to 78,000 tech sector jobs were cut explicitly due to AI adoption. Salesforce's CEO publicly announced the elimination of 4,000 customer support positions because AI agents had become capable of handling those tasks autonomously. 80% of customer service roles could be automated in the coming years, and 7.5 million data entry and administrative positions could disappear by 2027. 34% of all work tasks globally could be fully automated by 2030, and approximately 375 million workers, 14% of the global workforce, may need to change careers entirely before the end of this decade. These numbers represent real human disruption on a scale that policymakers, educators, and businesses are only beginning to grapple with, and yet the full picture is not simply one of destruction. Economists and researchers who study labor markets at scale project that by 2030, AI could help generate 170 million new jobs worldwide, resulting in a net global gain of approximately 78 million positions after accounting for all losses. The demand for AI engineers has risen by over 140%. AI content creator roles have grown by over 130%. Prompt engineering, AI solutions architecture, and AI product management are among the fastest growing career categories on Earth. The transformation is not the elimination of work, but the radical redesign of what work means, and the companies and workers who adapt fastest to that redesign will define the next chapter of the global economy. In 2026, that redesign is no longer a future projection. It is happening now, every hour of every day, at a pace that none of us have ever seen before and that none of us fully know how to measure.